Sports drinks already contain salt, acid, sugar, and water. Craft cocktails use the same elements. We just don't usually put them in a neon bottle. This drink is called what plants crave. It's inspired by the 2006 documentary Idiocracy and the idea that mocktails and THC drinks should still behave like cocktails. In Idiocracy, everyone's shocked to learn plants crave water, not Brawndo, a sports drink with excellent marketing.
Brawndow's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes. Is that Brawndo stuff?
They're watering crops with a sports drink?
Brawndo the Thirst Mutilator had come to replace water virtually everywhere. Water, the basic component of all life, had been deemed a threat to Brawndo's profit margin.
What happens if you take Brawndo and turn it back into something that looks like water?
Water. Like out the toilet?
Yes. This one has THC. I wanted to see what would happen if I clarified it. Clarification sounds intense, but it's simple. Mix everything, add it to milk, strain, and filter slowly. What's left is clearer, softer, and more balanced. It takes a little time, mostly spent waiting, so I already have one finished. I'm also making this drink fresh so you can see what it looks like before clarification. So I'm going to start out with 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of nowadays. So since that's slightly more than a serving, this is going to be 13.3 milligrams of THC instead of 10. I did want to account for any volume I might lose during the clarification process. You'll see. And then we're going to do 2 ounces of Brawndo or a sports drink of your choice. I am using the lemon lime flavor. And we'll do 3/4 of an ounce of ginger syrup, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, and 3/4 of an ounce of black tea. This just gives it a little more depth, and the tannins in the tea help with the clarification. I'm going to be shaking this one, but I stirred the clarified one just because I knew it would be sitting for days, and that's kind of the typical way you do it. Alright, so here's my clarified one, and here's my standard one. I'm gonna have the whole thing. I just want to save some for later because I kind of like the way they look, not quite to the top. And I'll garnish each of them with a lime twist. Now let's cut to the clarification process to see how we got here.
Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Extra big ass fries.
People usually clarify cocktails in batches, but I'm just doing one today. When I mixed the clarified version, I stirred it without ice. Once everything was mixed, I added whole milk to a large jar and slowly poured the cocktail over it. The citrus causes the milk to curdle. I used about 2 ounces of milk for my 6-ounce cocktail, and it seemed to work perfectly. I let it rest in the refrigerator overnight, though you could probably get away with about 4 hours. After that, I poured it through a coffee filter and let it clarify slowly. It took about 45 minutes. You can repeat this if you want, using the same filter and milk, since the milk is what's doing the work, not the coffee filter. I ran mine through 3 times total. So I'm gonna compare the taste. It's really obvious that the clarified one is definitely an upgrade in appearance, but let's see how it affects the flavor. Non-clarified, it is still good. Very ginger forward. I can taste a little bit of the kind of plant flavor of the nowadays. It's actually a pretty tasty one. I think just over the course of dry January I've been using tea in a lot of my drinks, and I think it does add a little more depth than the typical mocktail has. The clarified one has kind of like a silky feel when you drink it. It's a little softer. The ginger flavor is definitely more muted. But I like them both, but the clarified one, especially with a clear ice in it, is the cooler looking one for sure. What I'm really curious about is the THC. Will the clarification change the effects of the THC? I'm not sure.
My last name is not sure.
Thank you.
No, what I mean is that my name is Joe
is complete. Please wait while I tattoo your new identity on your arm.
My hypothesis is that the clarification doesn't affect it since it's water soluble, but I'm open to being wrong. And like I said, each of these contains 13.3 milligrams of THC, definitely enough to affect me, so I'll check in before the end of the video to let you know if I feel any effects from the clarified version. Alright, so I promised an update. It's about an hour later. I finished the clarified drink. I definitely can feel something from it, and I got really into this really silly YouTube video called, well, it wasn't even a video, it was a playlist called Country Songs to Listen to While You Drive to Your Divorce Hearing, and I couldn't quit staring at the picture the person used. I'll show that on the screen and link to it below. I couldn't quit laughing at the comments, like some of them are hilarious, so maybe I'll put a few of those on the screen. But anyway, let me know in the comments below if you've ever tried a THC cocktail or a clarified THC cocktail. Am I the first one who's even attempted this? Probably not. Anyway, as usual, I appreciate you guys watching, and if you would like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, I would appreciate it. See you next time. Cheers.